Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this one, we're doing a reveal of the completed paint job on this car. It's been a long time coming, so I finally got that squared away. And then we're going to talk about what's coming up this year and some future plans for this build. All right, so stay tuned. But before we get started, let's take a quick look back on 2021 and check out some of the highlights from the painting process on this car. Yeah. Alright, so without any further ado, let's take a look at the car out in the sun. For those of you who are unfamiliar with this build, this is my 1999 Ford Mustang GT 349 stroker turbo. Car's come a long way, guys. She's not perfect. Lord knows that she's not perfect. But I'm pretty happy with the way she came out. Car needs a good wet sand. Car needs a good clay bar and buff because a lot of overspray and just junk. Talk about that brass knuckle. You know, the brass knuckle is significant to an era and subculture in the motorcycle world. It started in like the mid 90s in the UK, and typically people would strip their motorcycles down, kick the tails up real high, do real radical frame designs, real radical exhaust systems, and name it a Street Fighter. The symbol that represents that subculture and style is a brass knuckle. Throughout my career, I was attracted to that style, and these particular motorcycles, the way they were set up, ultimately became the platform for freestyle motorcycle riders. And throughout my career, I've always kept true to that style, and somewhere, somehow, doesn't matter if it's the keychain, a little paint job somewhere, you incorporate a brass knuckle. On this build, I felt that it had a running horse. This bumper came with a running horse. I said, you know what, it was really pretty and a little too pretty for my taste. Okay, so I whittled out this little brass knuckle, made a HUD ornament, and to me that's the little bloop cherry on top. All right, it still stays with my roots, where I come from, and it's badass. So either way, all right, here we go, guys. Car's done. Let's get a good look at it. Got the Cervini's front end with the Tong Yang fenders and the unknown brand steel louvered hood. All the doors, extensive body work to the body, just everywhere, the hatch. You guys have seen all the work, and this is how it's looking in the sun. But I had it all pretty for you guys, and then getting it in the backyard, I got all kinds of stuff stuck to the wheels and everything like that, and the bugs are coming. But if you remember, those who are with me, we pop our hood there. We're still got a latch. A little dirty, but Take that. And like I said, we got a formal photo shoot coming up. This car does have to go for a little surgery. I'll explain that here in a bit. Yeah, photography is one of the hobbies that I have aside from working on cars, motorcycles, so on and so forth. So every time I complete a build, I love to do a photo shoot. Let's take a nice picture of it, and then we go beat the hell out of it. Okay, so right now I'm just doing a mock-up photo shoot. We'll do something real formal when the time comes. I did reach out, if you remember, a couple of videos back. I said, what am I going to do with this mess in this garage? Basically, I didn't do anything other than move some crap around. So let me show you what happened. So if you remember, this whole area was just a nightmare. It's still a nightmare, but I pulled everything out of here, cleaned everything, painted, and put everything back. I'm constantly cleaning, okay? But this time I did it good. I mean, I had to straighten this place out. It was absolutely disgusting in here. So I'm still trying to figure out what the best option is. I was looking at some of those garage organizer deals that I can't believe the price of these things. So you get like a cabinet that goes on the wall with like a cabinet that goes on the side, like a workbench. I'm thinking something like that, either that or make my own. I don't really know. It's still, Tony I need a shed. This cart, this is the toolbox, guys, that was over here just in Never Never Land. Special thanks to Cricket's Creations, my boy Keith. He donated all the steel for this welding cart build. I didn't have the heart to throw this toolbox out. I've had this toolbox for like 25 years as an old craftsman. I made a template out of cardboard here, handed it over to him. He cut me a nice piece of 3/16 steel with his plasma cutter. I welded this all up, and it came out real nice, guys. Hooked them up with some, so I hooked up an extension cord here, a couple of 220 outlets, so I can just plug this thing in and roll it wherever I gotta go. All right, but this machine, it's got relatively new technology. We'll get into that in future videos. One of the things that Cricket did say, he's like, yeah, well, you're a welder, you know. He goes, I'm going to donate you some steel. He goes, anything additional that you put on that has to be from your scrap bin. You can't buy anything new. So I took on that challenge. I chopped up the old Harbor Freight cheapo welding cart, made some hooks. But one thing that he didn't anticipate was the fact that I had this piece of stainless steel tubing left over from when I did the upper radiator hose on this car. So that just made for a sick handle. You know, the handle's sick, guys. Whatever. It's fun. It's all fun, you know, just messing around. But definitely special thanks to Cricket for hooking up the steel on this, because we know steel prices are out of control right now, and he had some stuff in stock. So fortunate to be able to get this cart built this way. I just have all my welding stuff in one place, because the organization is just, it's key to just being productive, you know. Fast Buy Sal keeps yelling, always told me, throw it out, throw it out. And I do throw stuff out. Sal, I do throw stuff out. It does look a lot cleaner, but I took a lot of parts, got the label machine out, bought some bins at the HD, and just threw everything in those bins, just get it out of the way. To get you into some of the shop light here is a little bit easier to see, but going back to this situation right here, hard to see. Now the hinge is not here, guys. The hinge is up here, so I don't know what is going on here, but whatever's going on is going on, and yeah, it's just par for the course. That's the type of things that can happen. You guys have been with me now for approximately just a little over a year, and I'm really happy that you guys have been hanging out, watching the build, and possibly applying some of these things to your own build. I am going to give some shout outs here. If I miss you, whatever, don't be offended. I'll definitely hit you up again. But during this past year, I've developed some relationships, new ones, and also rekindled some old ones, okay? So first person I'm going to shout out, Fast by Sal. He's building bikes again, guys. He's your #1 guy in the tri-state area for all your pasta rockets. He does all the Japanese imports as well. But best Ducati guy I know. And if you have a Ducati, you probably have problems. And if you don't have problems, you don't have a Ducati. All right. So either way, unfortunately, some of the bad news I have for you is Cameron from Bowtie Killer. I actually had to break the bad news to him that Santa Claus is not real. Okay, he took it well. He's got a Fox up on a rotisserie and he's going big. Right, this is a big project he's undertaking. He's a young guy. You don't see the younger generation with cars up on freaking rotisseries these days. It just doesn't happen. So check out his concourse restoration on his channel as well. I believe that's Bowtie Killer. Oh my goodness, guys! I saw this video on Blue Oval Media. He did like the best Foxes of 2021. Holy crap, guys! There are some badass cars that he featured in that video. I was just like, good Lord, there's some beautiful Foxes out there. All right, so yeah, that was actually a really good video. I watched over the holidays. Definitely some inspiration on that one because, man, some of you guys are putting in some work, and you know, fantastic. Josh from the Side Chick Racing, he's got an unbelievable car, unbelievable Foxbody. I mean, big horsepower car, full-blown race car. But he did give me some pointers and spend some time with me as far as like setting up my suspension on the car, because I've been having problems, guys. Even though I'm like little baby area of some of these big monster horsepower cars, you know, still, you know, it does pose a challenge when you start getting into when you at least start doubling the horsepower of a standard car. The suspension setup starts getting a little crazy. So big shout out to Josh at the Side Chick. He spent a lot of time with me, coaching me up a little bit on getting my suspension dialed in. All right. Always Cricket's Creations, Keith. You know, great dude. He's my right-hand man. Always there to help out. Wouldn't even know what I would do without the dude. Okay. Check out his YouTube channel, guys. He doesn't post too often. He's still getting accustomed to making videos and stuff like that. But it's Cricket's Creations over here on YouTube. Guy's super talented, and he just builds some awesome stuff, okay? Ronnie Giavelli from Reality Racing. He has definitely been coaching me up a little bit in the personal side of things regarding my health, all right, and overall fitness. So with Ronnie's advice, he's guided me along the way since last year. Definitely helped achieve some of my personal physical fitness goals. Sorry, Jake, if I mess up your last name. It's Jake Wishnast. He's a proud service member, and he's also taken on the challenge of going full potato on his Foxbody and going through all the steps of restoration when it comes to his paint job. And I've had the pleasure of speaking with him, and I'll tell you what, I'm definitely looking forward to his project. Typical hooligans out there, Funky, you know, he's always killing it. He's got a nice project going on his Fox with a motor swap that's coming up, so take a look at his channel. Oh my goodness, you got the infamous, legendary House of Dula slapping an EcoBoost in his 79. Awesome freaking build he's got going on. He put out a video not too long ago about the Brembo brake conversion. You know, they're like eccentrics that go in the calipers. God, I wish I knew about that kit when I did mine, because I spent like a month and a half getting mine to work. So whatever, it is what it is. But you know, thanks Mike for that, because it's that's going to help out a lot of people. What's coming up for 2022, guys? Now that we got caught up to speed and we got the garage ready to work again, car's all clean, ready to go. Problem is, the clutch that's in it can't hold the power. The gears are wrong. You know, it's just way too much gear in that car. So we're going to take care of that. We're going to do an exhaust system. All right, that's going to be the first thing. Zap it up in the air. We're going to work out all those little bugs. Going to get that straightened out, and then we're going to get back onto the wiring, and then we're going to complete the interior. Boom, and that should be done. We should be done with this car. in 2022, okay? So what to expect from me, guys? What to expect from the channel? I'm constantly doing stuff, okay? Even though this Mustang, this Foxbody restoration job is starting to make some headway and we can see the light at the end of the tunnel, that doesn't mean that the channel's dead, or, you know, what it means is I'm gonna do other things, okay? We don't know yet. I don't know, okay? What I'd like to see, I'd like to see some motorcycle content on this channel. I'd like to see some marine content on the channel, okay? So that's coming hopefully soon, all right? And we're always gonna be checking back on the Fox because I'm sure it's always gonna be something that needs to be dealt with on that car, okay? I will consider coming out to some of the events this year. I'd like to just, I want to get out there and meet some of you guys, see your cars. I want to get out. I want to try to break my car, which probably won't be hard to do, but I'm going to try to get out there and see what my car can do. It's, hey, listen, guys, don't get it confused. The car is pretty, got a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in it, but it's got to earn its respect as well, all right? So I got to get used to driving the car. This car is a handful to deal with. It's got to go on the dyno once we get that tweaked in. But I will tell you this: the thing, you got to be respectful. You know, this thing, you got to be respectful. You can't just go out there and smack it in the ass because it will hurt you. I can tell already it wants to buck you off. Okay, so cars like this, got to respect them. Got to respect everybody else around you as well. We don't want to do the things that Mustang do, especially with this car. Other than that, guys, 2021 was a messed up year for a lot of us. I'm glad it's over. Personally, in my personal life, it's been a bumpy ride just like the rest of you, okay? 2022, I got my 5-point harness on because it might get a little bit more bumpy, but at least we know what we're expecting now, okay? Buying stuff, materials, parts, this and that, is becoming more and more challenging. That's another issue. Things are becoming way more expensive. So we may start getting into utilizing the stuff that we have to make it work. But I've seen that in third world countries, so I don't know what's going on with that situation. But we may have to do what we may have to do here because shit's getting crazy. There's a lot of highs and lows when you're completing a project. You're living your life, and there's ups and downs in life at the same time. Okay, so what the point I'm trying to make is your build, your car, the vibes that are in your workshop at the time are going to change as your project develops. Okay, so stay focused, keep building. I hope that I can bring you some content this year that may inspire you to do other things that maybe you've never done before. So, and I'm gonna try to get into some stuff that I've never done before. Thank you for being tuned into the channel. Thank you for all the love and support that you guys have given over this past year since I created this channel. I'm very happy and positive. 2022, Happy New Year to you guys. I wish you the best of luck in your build. Take your time, there's no rush. Well, the razor blades together, guys. I mean, seriously, a lot of control with this thing. This is how we're kicking off 2022, guys. Shop's good, shop's redone. I'm ready to work again. Welding cart's in service. Everything's good to go. She's up on the cribs. Got plenty of room under there now. It's gonna be like a dream working under there. All right. New clutch, gears, making an exhaust system. Stay tuned, guys. 2022. It's gonna be a good year. We're gonna make it a good year, even though there's a lot of challenges that we all have. All right, especially in what's going on these days. We're gonna make it a good year. We're kicking off the year with a bang. Let's go 2022. Let's go Brandon. I'll see you guys. Be safe. Peace.